Yo, what is going on? And welcome to another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, Beautiful Game of Life, part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey Abushalla, editor of UrbanPitch.com. Julio Monterosa, executive director of Vibes. To my left, what's going on, Julio?
Chilling, and today it's wild times here in California. Praying for everybody that's going through them fires. Hopefully they're home safe. But yeah, man, here talk some foodie.
It's pretty wild times out there, especially here in LA with all these wildfires going on, and like you said, our prayers are with everybody who is being affected by them, whether you're in the evacuation area or you're a first responder and trying to put these fires out. So stay safe, everyone. It's a trying time here, and I feel like it happens every year. You never get used to it, though.
Yeah, definitely.
And then this year, I think a few years back there's a really bad one. I think 2018, and it's something you never get used to. And walking outside, seeing the smoke and the ashes and all that is it's eye opening.
Yeah, no, we were just talking about it prior to coming to the pod. We usually hang out prior to coming to the pod, have a few drinks or something. But like where we at, we're here close to downtown LA, here in the heart of downtown LA, and we were talking about how empty the streets look. It's usually we were fighting for parking. We were trying to cut people off to take the parking spots, but we didn't even have to fight. Everything was open. So even though it feels nice, it just looks crazy. It doesn't seem like LA. LA doesn't have that spirit right now.
Yeah.
So praying for all of you though.
Yeah. So praying for y'all in these trying times. But we do have a show to get to. It's a brand new year. It's a really tough start to the year, but it is 2025. We're here. We had our first episode last week with Daryl O'Brien. I thought that went really well. But what's going on this year? What are you working on personally for yourself, and then what are you looking forward to? In terms of soccer in 2025,
getting engaged until 2025. Put that in the vision. I don't have nobody in my life right now.
Okay,
I'm gonna get engaged.
We'll make it.
Yeah. I don't know with who, but shout out to you when I find you. Honestly, man, there's no big goals. I'm just so usually I try to do the whole new year, new me, but I realize that it's gonna be the same me either way. But I'm just happy how much soccer's on our way coming. Like I was just talking about planning some trips. So like. I'm ready for this new year, man.
Yeah, 2025. It's not an even years usually are the more kind of like hyped up years in terms of events and tournaments and things like that. We just went through one with Copa America and the Euros, the men's Euros. We are getting the women's Euros, which I want to talk about later on. In this episode, but there is still a lot to be excited about in 2025, despite it being an odd year. So I think one thing that I really want is to go finish this year and feel like you're ready for 2026, because that's obviously that year has been circled on Americans' calendar since what was it, 20? What year did it?
Since Qatar stole it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Hey, it was not here nor there though.
So
U.S. had to use the CIA to hey, what happened? Yeah,
right.
We don't play.
We had to get the highly classified
Deflate gate.
Yeah. So that's I feel like that's we're both individually and then collectively as a nation, going into 2026 with the national team. Infrastructure for the stadiums. There's going to be the Club World Cup is going to be here. That's going to be kind of like the final test run before the World Cup. Yeah. So not only just from a playing perspective, from Pochettino getting his first full year with the team, but also from the stadiums, the entertainment, the hospitality. I want all that to be.
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to that. And then also just, us as a entertainment show, just ready to cover that, because it's something that, we've done some big stuff here, CONCACAF Champions League, big MLS Cup final matches, but never to the extent of this. So I'm excited for this. Today's episode is brought to you by Bet Online. Bet Online continues to be the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for online betting in 2025. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, Bet Online is your ultimate game day companion. With the largest selection of odds on everything from football, the NBA, college basketball, to NHL and UFC, Bet Online is the number one betting source for the new year. From touchdowns to three-pointers and hat tricks, Bet Online has you covered on every game, every play, and every win. Bet online. The game starts here.
Yes, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reviews about the Club World Cup. I hope they do take it serious, club and people organizing it, because this is going to set the tone for what that World Cup is going to be.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be at a 50%, probably not even 40%. But if I can get a cool 30% hype, like about how what that World Cup is going to be, basically how good they're running the shows, how good are their in stadium performances, how good is like the flow of getting into the stadium, getting out the stadium. Because I've talked about this in the show plenty of times. If I get like Rose Bowl and like exiting like Rose Bowl status where like it takes 7 hours to get out, that's a no-go. It has to have to find ways to be a little bit smoother. So because this is gonna set up that World Cup. Once that World Cup is gonna be great times, gonna be fun times. But I want that atmosphere to be here. Organizers to make sure that everything is ready for that World Cup, because all eyes are going to be on this.
Right, and then so regardless of if the teams are going to be taking it seriously, and regardless of and I understand why they wouldn't, because the football calendar is so jam-packed. We're already seeing all these injuries. But regardless of if they're playing, their top rosters, if they're, even if they're playing their B or rotating their squads, that's one thing. From an event perspective, they still need to be going all out.
All out.
Regardless of if, the games, the quality of the games are one thing. That's something they can't control. What they can control is how smooth everything gets put together, the security, like you said, the in-stadium atmospheres, the entertainment that's going around. Like
Gelo has to perform in one of them.
We got to get Gelo. We got to get Gelo out here.
I'm corner.
Maybe they'll host a game at Chino Hills.
Yeah, that'd be great.
They have some kind of venue out there, but I think from like putting the events together, that needs
watch
to be on
parties,
point.
everything,
exactly.
Everything
Watch
going around,
fan
like
fests,
fan
all
fest.
that.
It has to be great. Like Heineken has to come out. You get some free beers. Like let's get it popping, because this is gonna either like bring more awareness to what could happen, or if like even if they don't go all out, but if they go a little bit to the point where we're like, oh damn, like look what they just put on the table for a Club World Cup, which teams are not gonna take serious. I'm pretty sure for the group stages, a lot of teams are not gonna take it serious. But who doesn't want to win a cup? When it comes to winning cup time, that's where it's gonna get good. So, but you gotta put a performance up. You gotta show that what we can do and how better we can do it, from transportation to how good our metro lines are, getting in and out of games without having to drive. So it's a lot coming in the next 4 or 5 months, but I hope we get it together.
Yeah, the metro. So SoFi, there's how have you taken the metro to SoFi?
No, but I'm not that far.
Yeah.
I'm like probably like a 20-minute drive.
Same. So
Yeah.
I'm
Are you on the side now?
Yeah. So SoFi from a transportation perspective is better for both of us where we're located.
Yeah.
But still, having been there, that parking lot is massive.
Super
And
massive.
If you get caught in the wrong corner, or if you're
In the wrong parking lot and you're all the way to the other side of the stadium,
exactly,
it's gonna take you a while to get in.
It will take you a while.
Yeah.
Or if the wrong security guard is
oh
messes
my
up,
God,
man,
yeah.
like it's
The blue shirts, yellow shirts, whatever they are nowadays.
you're
They
at
switch
their
the colors.
mercy.
Yeah, you're at their
You're
mercy.
at their mercy at that point. So you can go, if you're in the right spot, you can get in and out of there pretty quickly. But I've been in that corner in the back, and it's almost it's Rose Bowl-esque in terms of getting out of there. But
have a pregame cooler and an after game cooler.
Right, exactly.
Because you're gonna be there for a while.
Yeah. So or just take a walk.
Yeah, explore. No, I think right there on the back where Cosm is now. They have cool little shopping centers there.
Okay.
They have I think they're opening up a bar around there. So
yeah, the casino isn't too far either. You can walk.
Hey man, Baccarat. Tell you, I've been to the Hollywood Casino, man. It's a great time. Hey man, shout out to the bartender, cool peoples. But yeah, it's a lot to do, so it's great. If you have to stay there for a few more hours, right? Hollywood Casino's there, Cosm's there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. So
that's why they built it like that. They made that area
a whole community.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a bit. I don't know how public transportation is to get to that stadium, because I'm trying to think, like, is there a train that stops by there?
We should do a vlog.
We should do a vlog.
We should do a vlog.
Because I know getting into BMO, it's easy.
BMO's easy.
Bro,
BMO's right there. The expo line just stops right. Boom,
right there. You walk like 2 blocks and you're there.
Yeah. So we should, because do you remember for the World Series the Dodger Stadium, the LA Metro posted a video of how to get to the stadium without driving.
Definitely.
And it was a death trap because for those of you who don't know, Dodger Stadium is located on top of a hill. And there's a few roads to get up there. It's not just one road in, one road out, but it's made for cars.
Yes.
There's no sidewalk. It's not a pedestrian-safe walkway, especially after games.
It's only for the streets.
Yeah, especially after games. If you're walking down that in post-game traffic, you know, who knows who's driving and who's had a couple of drinks during the game. Like, that is not a safe walk. They did that. And it looked dangerous. You know, you basically walk from Dodger Stadium all the way to Chinatown and take the metro from Chinatown. And it is not a fun walk.
So I would say like 2014, 15, working a part-time job. Didn't have it like that. Still don't.
Sure.
But I went to a Dodger. I got free Dodger tickets.
Yeah.
But I realized, like, you still have to pay, like, it was probably it's probably my first Dodger games ever.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, all right. I was like, Google.
Yeah.
Where can I park for free? They told me, like, yeah, park this road. And you think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It shows like it's 4 blocks away.
Yeah.
Not even 4 blocks. Probably like a block. Like,
Yeah.
literally under the hill. But then when you park, then you realize you got to walk that steep hill up.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like, hey, can somebody send me $60?
Seriously.
The saving the money is not even worth it. But then you have to walk it back down. And it's not easy.
Fun.
Then you got cars like that don't like stopping.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we should I think there should be something for SoFi because they built it with the intent of hosting big games and events.
Yeah, because I know that going towards LAX, there is a
what is it, the Green Line or something?
There's a train because I remember going to when we go to Top Golf to go golf.
Yeah.
I do see the train tracks, and it's
Okay.
not that far
You're
from
right.
SoFi, so there has to be a stop. It's probably like 2 blocks.
Yeah.
We should do a vlog on how to get into the stadium.
So
that'd be great.
Yeah, because and that was another big thing about, you know, where the final was going to be. They wanted it to have, you know, the World Cup final. They wanted it to have, you know, be accessible not just by car, and that's why I feel like Dallas got docked a lot because there is no public transportation to that stadium.
Just horses.
I'm looking forward to that. And then just making sure the events go smoothly, not like the Copa America last year where there was, you know, a lot of, horror stories about
Colombians get up the vents, bro.
Not just the lack of security, but also like the stadium surface, the playing surfaces, the turf, like all of that stuff it felt like it was a big knock to that tournament. So hopefully, you know, everything from the way the stadium is laid out, the way the fields are laid out, the quality should be there because this is really the final test run before the World Cup. So I'm looking forward to that. And there's just, there's a lot of big things coming.
Yeah.
And I think the Club World Cup, you know, regardless of what your thoughts are on should it even be a thing, should it be expanded like this?
I like it.
It's just another money grab. You know, I see that. Even if the teams are playing, you know, their second, third rosters, and then, you know, maybe throw in a top player here. It could be a good spectacle, and I think especially for the CONCACAF teams that are going to be there.
Definitely MLS teams, Mexican teams
and then even the South American teams like River and Boca are going to be there. So I think they're going to have a lot to play for too. So I'm almost looking forward to watching those teams more than I am the Real Madrids, the Man Cities of the world.
Yeah, I believe that once the upset happen, the group stages, teams are going to be like, oh, we're not that far off from what we thought we were from these teams. So let's put starting 7 opposed to starting 11.
Right.
So I'm thinking it might start off kind of rocky, but it's going to get better as the tournament goes on. So I'm excited, man. Like I said, I'm dying to go see Boca. Hopefully I could. That's a plan. Plan to go see him in Miami, sing a song. River Plate is playing out here. So what?
You should go to that game in your Boca jersey.
Losers. So it's gonna be a great time. I can't wait. I'm just so happy. Like, I feel like I've been waiting for this World Cup for like 10 years. Like, I have.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. So now like I'm ready for this.
The hype is gonna build.
Hype is real.
And we're gonna be covering that. So stay tuned with that. Another big tournament that's coming this summer is the Women's Euros. We briefly mentioned that going in. I feel like the last tournament in 2020
when they were breaking attendance records left and right.
Yeah. Was it 2022 or 2023? I don't remember. I think it was 23. Maybe I'm not sure. It might have got pushed to 2022 because the men's Euros got pushed to 2021. I'm not sure, but that was the year England won in the final, and they were playing in, I believe, at home.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, massive attendance records. Huge, the quality of play was extremely entertaining. So this year it's going to Switzerland, and I just think that level is just going to continue to rise. And that's another big tournament that I'm looking forward to. And another big, news headline for that tournament is the streaming rights acquired by Netflix. So what are your thoughts on this? Because I think the whole streaming wars of it all, like you're seeing, Amazon getting into the NFL, Apple TV obviously has the MLS deal, Paramount Plus is doing a great job with
Champions.
their CBS coverage, Champions League, Serie A. What are your thoughts on Netflix, which is, slowly getting into the live sports coverage, now getting a tournament like this? Because I think there's good and bad.
I like it because they were the reason all the streaming services are up now and they were falling behind. Because other streaming services were doing live TV.
Yeah,
they've been a little bit late to the game. They introduced it with the whole Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. It was kind of rocky. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of rocky. It didn't look like they had the technology or had the staff to pull it off. But the Super Bowl was amazing. I mean, that's Super Bowl.
The Christmas
game. Yeah, Beyonce had the Compton Cowboys on top of horses, looking like unicorns. I don't know how many white horses existed. So I enjoy it. Plus, I already have Netflix because of T-Mobile. So shout out to T-Mobile. So I like it. I like it a lot. It gives them a chance. It's a baby. It's a foot in the door to what's to come for them, and so I kind of enjoy it because they are the OGs of the streaming.
Right. So I think that from a capability standpoint, they certainly have the tech and seeing the adjustments that they made from the Jake Paul fight to the NFL games was promising. But putting a tournament like that behind a paywall, because normally if like Fox or CBS would have it, you don't need a cable subscription or any type of streaming package or anything like that for network TV. So I'm talking CBS, NBC, ABC. If they're on Channel 2 or Channel 7 or whatever, you can just get an antenna and those are broadcast for free. You don't you don't have to pay for those. So now putting it behind a paywall, you can make the argument that everything is behind a paywall these days, and you're gonna have to pay to watch anything. Is possibly an unnecessary roadblock for something
still growing.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
So if this was if it was the World Cup, people are gonna watch the World Cup,
CONCACAF Cup, like Champions Cup, something like that. Yeah. I agree because especially how the rate that the women's game is growing and is growing rapidly. I just saw a video of kids asking for a picture for his boy. It's about 5-7 boys asking for a picture for a girl that played for America. Yeah. And then on the post said, I never thought that boys would be looking up to women pro soccer players. Yeah. Which the game is growing. So I agree that it shouldn't be through a paywall. I think it's too soon in the game. I know the profit. Everybody wants a profit. I don't think, especially for the women's game that is growing, people are following not the storylines more than the game now. So not only that, but like they're starting to like the players, even though they always hit dead. But like more people are watching the game now. It's growing. I think it's a little bit too soon to put it behind a paywall. It still should be let it keep growing to the point where it has not gotten where it could be. Or it could keep going. So
and so that's the same argument with the MLS and Apple TV thing, where a league like MLS that's still growing in terms of national and global popularity. to put it behind, a roadblock like a paywall could hurt its overall long-term growth. Even though the money
is good,
the money is good, but are enough people going to watch? I think the people that want to watch are obviously going to do it, regardless of where it is, whether it's exclusively on Paramount Plus or on Amazon, or if it's just on Fox or NBC. I think that if you want to get a passive audience or a casual audience, a lot of people already do have Netflix, but Netflix has also cut back or further become more strict about their sharing.
Yeah.
So like I just got kicked off of my parents' Netflix. So now I have to either get T-Mobile or pay whatever it is, $25. So they keep increasing their prices.
And that's my other point. As long as the fair price, the Paramount is only like $6 a month.
Yeah.
So that's great. Even though for the amount of Champions League,
you get
NWSL,
NWSL,
NWSL. I believe Argentinian league is there as well.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
and then
so
they have the Italian league, they have Europa League. So
I don't know why I'm paying $70 a month for Fobo, whatever that thing is called.
You got though.
I got.
Yeah.
70. Oh my God! All right, I don't even think about that right now. A month, that's crazy. Yeah. So it's not even cable, it's just soccer.
I know. Yeah.
But where we at? I'm already thinking about I gotta pay this month again.
Yeah. So I mean, the streaming.
I'm saying
it goes back to this. It goes back. Cable's better than everything.
Cable's better than everything, but especially for Women's World Cup, back to what we were saying. It shouldn't be outrageous price. It should be to the point where people that still want to watch it, true fans, $10. I hope $10 does not hurt them, but it has to be something reasonable for the fans, because you don't want to outcast the fans that have been true fans for the sport for all this time, just because they have to pay something they can't afford.
Yeah, and then building off of that, this could be the future of where everything's quote unquote pay-per-view, where you're getting these big tentpole tournaments that. Okay, we could just include it in, your regular Fox package or your regular cable package. Or, if it's something as big as the World Cup, if people are paying, X amount of dollars, if X amount of people are paying to watch a boxing fight or a UFC fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They might go, that's just, they see these, they get the money ball or dollar sign eyeballs, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, what if we make everything a pay-per-view event, especially these big tournaments?
But think about the NFL and the Super Bowl. It's on regular TV, but what the ads they sell, $1 million 30 seconds. Think I know the World Cup doesn't have as much commercials during the game, but I think I'm seeing now in the MLS and WSL, they during the broadcast they'll go and then you see the little sign popping
You'll see
up.
a bunch of logos that all over the screen during soccer games, and they're finding ways to advertise without the traditional advertisements that are going on. So
it's because the amount of the World Cup views especially for the men's side, the amount of views they get, you could easily it could be eclipse what the NFL pays for a commercial. Yeah. So whatever the NFL does with all those commercials they put, they can easily do that in those 15 minutes. They have halftime. Halftime for the games.
Or extra time sponsored by Verizon.
Yeah.
Or this VAR replay is sponsored by you know what I mean. And so the whole streaming landscape it's getting exhausting. There's that meme that's it's on Pubo, it's on Freevee, it's on Tebow. You can literally download it right now on Pubi.
I think they should be paid more for behind the scenes of what happens in these camps, which is never done before. But I would like to see what happens.
Trash talk.
Yeah,
everybody mic'd up.
Yeah, even when Argentina won the World Cup 2022, I think we were all falling in love with them, going back to the locker room and singing the songs, muchachos, whatever.
Yeah.
I didn't whatever they were doing,
that Netflix documentary was pretty good.
Yeah. So, but during the World Cup, I know people were following a lot of social media before the documentary came in.
Yeah.
Every time they posted a song, everybody wanted to know the lyrics so they can sing it while the game was going on the following day. So, just knowing what's behind the scenes of what's going on in these World Cups. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Hire us.
For real. Yeah. I mean, consultants, we're right here.
We're right here.
Yeah. I mean, and it just goes back to, like, things were great when you had everything in one area. You could pay, $60 a month or whatever.
Lakers on
it is.
Channel 9. Like,
you get your live sports, you get your pay-per-view, you get your HBO if you want to pay for HBO. Now it's like you have to have 6 different things. I don't even know how to, I feel like an old man trying to navigate Roku, So
hey, Roku's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roku got to get together with their advertisers because, like, you put your TV will be on sleep mode, and then you like free Diddy's documentary.
Only on the Roku channel. Yeah, they got the Tubi ads.
Oh my God, Roku. Yeah, I gotta talk to Roku. They gotta get together. I don't want to wake up 3 a.m. Wake up like off like because I left my TV on and I wake up to like Diddy right there. Like,
right. That's the new remember.
I was scared.
Remember those?
No.
Those infomercials about the CD, like the compilation CDs, and you'd wake up
the
to
Temptations. Yeah. Oh, with their best hits.
Everything I do
to fall in love again. This is the 60s.
You'd wake up like all sweaty.
I'm like, what's going on?
It'd be loud as for no reason, just super
black
loud.
And white. I'm like, what's going on? Did I wake up?
Yeah, so that's the new era of that.
But Roku's doing it like BET Uncut with the Diddy picture right there.
Crazy.
I need a tip drill.
Yeah.
What a music video.
Okay, let's move on. Speaking of music videos, the Ball Bros.
Ooh, I'm the corner. Ooh.
They go. Gelo, Leangelo Ball, the third Ball brother. Like if we're being like honest, and we're switching sports a little bit here, but we'll get back to soccer, I promise. The third Ball brother, kind of outcast, black sheep.
Middle child, they never give him respect. Middle childs never get the respect.
Yeah, but he also kind of like self-inflicted it upon himself as well.
Stealing in China.
Yeah, you don't commit crimes overseas.
Not at all.
Don't commit crimes overseas.
I think for kids of immigrants, that's a number one rule our parents teach us. Like go to jail here if you're going to go to jail. Don't go to jail overseas because you're fucked. There's different rules.
For real. But so, kind of has his moment and doesn't really make it to the level of his brothers in terms of basketball.
He surpassed him right now.
But now he's like, everybody is listening to the Tweakin' song that he Tweaker or Tweakin'? Tweakin'?
I believe.
Or Tweak? I might be.
I don't know. Tweaking.
Either way.
I let that go.
It's all it started with the snippet. It was kind of a masterclass of marketing.
Yeah, because you went to the neon. The way music breaks now, you got to go to a popular streamer, and then your thing blows.
And I mean, I don't know if how much LeVar has behind this, but he is just a master marketer because the way that it kind of like, if it is him doing it, which I wouldn't be surprised if it was, the way that it, the snippet came out, it was like, yo, like, okay, like this is kind of cool. And then it started to kind of catch fire. All of a sudden, everybody's talking about it.
Everybody in the sports.
They're doing the memes with the throwback jerseys and the new era fitteds, like, and it really has a nostalgic like 2000s rap feel to it.
Cash Money
was like right up our lanes. Whether it's that kind of like South, like dirty South 2000s.
Master P, the Hot Boys
type stuff, like even early Ludacris, early T.I., like that kind of like feel to it, and I think that's why a lot of people resonate with that. But the whole like athlete to artist thing is something that I've always been very interested in, and it's always intrigued me of just the music and then sports like that kind of like all athletes want to be rappers and all rappers want to be athletes.
Yeah, there was a rapper that said I couldn't shoot, so I picked up a mic.
Right.
You're like,
so it's something that we've seen in the soccer world as well.
Yeah.
Memphis Depay has been doing his thing.
The favela, that guy is crazy. Get out of there.
Now he's playing in Brazil and doing music videos. But I feel like it's really in the moment of him making music while playing. Like they were like, dude, what are you doing? Like focus on sports.
Yeah.
They were like he was a little bit before his time in that sense where.
But Shaq was doing it too. Can't stand the rain.
So
Platinum selling.
Shaq music career kind of gets made fun of a little bit. It gets disrespected because, you know, of like the whole Shaq Diesel and all that stuff. But he is the only. Like,
probably because he said a record says that I used to think I'm big, now I'm B.I.G.
Yeah,
Get out of here. Your flow sucks.
But he has a platinum album.
Yeah,
he has a platinum.
My bad, Shaq. Don't come after me.
Only NBA player with a platinum album.
Yeah.
Now Gelo might, or I guess Gelo's not a. I don't know if Gelo counts as an
Gelo
NBA
got to
player.
go platinum, yo. And he has one in the reserves. Might come out this Friday.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He's got another one coming out. But, you know, Joseph Paintsill, sticking with soccer, you know, he's been doing his thing. Like, he's got a great voice, you know. And that was, like, kind of the one thing that when the Galaxy signed him, they're like, oh, yeah, Joseph, he's also a singer. And I was like, oh, like, is he really a singer? Like, you don't really see the vocals. But he's got vocals.
Like Victor Oladipo.
Oladipo,
yeah.
Victor Oladipo.
Had a whole R&B song during COVID.
Yeah. And then, of course, though, we can't miss on our guy.
Man, hey, man, Clint
Dempsey, the GOAT.
Yeah, man. Cause what did he say? Got on my grind, didn't get that from the coaches.
Yeah.
No, he said, "Why Nike saw me? Because I got on my grind.
Yeah.
Didn't get that from coaches." Hey, man, I got
Shouts out Nagadoches.
Clint, man. Yeah, Nagadoches. You don't know where I'm from, dog. Hey, but no, I'm still waiting for his album, man. The album would have been fire. He had all Texas legends on that album.
There is a Clint Dempsey album somewhere out there that I think he even was like planning on doing a release party for. We did a story on this a few years ago of just like clamoring for the release of it. It's probably never gonna happen.
If y'all think Don't Tread on This is a bad song,
the music video's fire.
Music video's fire. Yeah, he's on the field just practicing himself, doing drills on the cones. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Then they got the homie out here with the paint. What do you call them? Texas cars. Wet car, whatever they call it, with the paint was like. Whatever.
I know what you're talking about. But okay.
The cars are swerving like they do in Texas music videos. I'm like, man, this thing is fire.
Yeah.
And he was killing still. I'm like, man, this guy's. I'm waiting for this album, but nobody in the hip hop community respected it. He was too soon for his time, though.
Yeah, I think that's another thing was he was too soon for his time. He took it, I think, too seriously as well. Whereas, you know, a lot of like when athletes go into music, they like kind of like Shaq. You know, Shaq was like a little bit goofy with it, but the fact that Clint was so serious about it, I think kind of, you know, people were like they want to put you in one box. You know?
Like Kobe when Kobe came out with his.
Well,
come on, man.
We don't talk about that.
Hey, man.
That album was shelved for a reason.
Yeah. No, but hey, going back to Gelo, hey, if you ask me, LeVar Ball's 3 for 3. 3 for 3, baby.
Just you know, we celebrate good dads.
Yeah, so, man. Yeah. Even if he doesn't go platinum, I mean, even if he doesn't get a ring, doesn't get an NBA championship, his brothers don't got anything. But if you go platinum, come on now.
I don't see any plaques in your.
Yeah, man. I don't see LaMelo or Lonzo. Lonzo hasn't even played for 2 years. But ever since that song came out, both brothers are balling.
Yeah, that's true.
You look at their numbers,
dude. They're playing it in the stadiums. All the NBA players, like, they're walking in the studio or into the tunnel, and they're asking them, you know, finish this lyric. Whoa. They all know it. Everybody knows
Detroit, the coach gave an emotional speech, and they're like, put that Gelo.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy to see, you know. This is the first, I think, artist or athlete-based song that has permeated the mainstream like this.
I think it's a good song too, though. Like
that's what I mean.
There's people trying to hate. I was seeing a podcast. One of the guys was like, "Yeah, this song sucks." Like, come on now. Like, all right. So it was. I'm not gonna lie. We all started laughing with it, but the more you hear, like, oh, this thing slaps. Come on now. Like,
so I mean, it's the first like song that has kind of like had this momentum behind it to where it's like this is actually could be a hit. I couldn't name, like, Dame Lillard's been doing his thing. Like, he's getting, you know, Rick Ross and Lil Wayne verses.
Yeah, no, but
like his music was never like that. Like, put on, like, I couldn't name like the melody of a Dame.
No,
song,
the last NBA. I mean,
or
NBA
like
prospect.
Just athlete. Even Memphis Depay.
2 Chainz, Titty Boy. Come on now.
Well, I mean, he wasn't pro. He didn't go pro. He played at Alabama State. Or something
but
What I'm saying is like
he quit because he wanted to sell drugs. Come on, he got a real story.
I understand this, but that doesn't count.
Shout out to 2 Chainz.
That doesn't count. I'm talking about a professional athlete, and maybe Gelo doesn't count either because I don't think he's playing right now.
Yeah.
But
he made a G League. He didn't make.
Could we see a soccer player come out with a song that has this kind of impact?
Dang, who there was about a year and a half ago, 2022, 2023. There was a viral song there, and there was a guy with a mask, but they were saying that he was a professional player that he didn't want to show his face. He was from England. It was like
was it a white guy?
I don't know who it was, but he always wore a mask.
The guy from Liverpool.
I don't know if his identity ever got released. Okay. But they were like, the whole rumor was like, yeah, this guy plays in the EPO. That's why he doesn't show that.
That's why I didn't see that. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up and show you. But yeah, I don't think
people are too serious about their sports to take seriously when
it's not even that athlete, though. I think it's like if you're a goofy player and you try to come with a serious song, or if you're a super gritty player and you try to come up with a fun party song, it's like they see you as a person. They think they know you already.
Yeah.
So they don't give your art a chance.
Yeah.
So right now the good thing about this is like Gelo, like
we don't really know.
We don't know him. We don't know him like that. So his song, like we do see him on the Way podcast. Shout out to the Way podcast with him and his brother and his friends. But like we really don't know him like that. So the song came out like I didn't think Gelo was gonna be his type of like
So I agree with you. I think that whether we like it or not, we always have like expectations on a person. This person is this. They're not this.
Yeah.
And when they try to be this, a lot of times we push back on it. And like you're not this.
Because Gelo said he let that shit blow.
Yeah. But
I'll pause. Yeah. My bad. Hey yo. I got it.
But I don't know. Like I'm interested to see because Timothy Way has been doing his music thing. Like
Timothy is good too though.
Yeah. So there's a lot of like talent, but I don't know if he can transcend and like could a footballer or NBA player or NFL player make like a bona fide hit. I don't know.
I don't know. This is a hit though, so you athletes better ride with this song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying let's make Gelo platinum.
Yeah.
So that's great though, man. I love the song. I'm happy for him. He's performing in Rolling Loud.
Is he really?
Yeah, they released it. Was either yesterday or today, saying that he's gonna and his name is not in the little letters, not the Super Bowl, but like I'm like
in the middle.
In the middle. So like I'm saying like once you can see Rolling Loud like the name's a little clear, I mean he's somebody.
Right.
So he's in the somebody like. Wow. He's not in the 8 font, the 9 font. He's like in the 13, 14. Yeah, no. He's like under he's like a row behind the row that's under the headliner. So that's a good row. That's a good row to be in.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I think it's Saturday's gonna be the day that he performs. So
we need to have basically what you're saying is you can't be a superstar athlete and a superstar musician.
No.
Maybe like a fringe. You could be a fringe athlete. Like that maybe gets cut from the reserve team and then have
Master P.
Like
He played preseason games with Memphis or Toronto. Might have been Toronto or Memphis.
It was Toronto.
Toronto,
yeah. So.
Oh, it might have been Vancouver. It might have been Vancouver.
It was the Hornets.
I think they were Vancouver Hornets at that point.
No, Vancouver was the Grizzlies.
It might have been the Grizzlies.
He was with Toronto, and then I think he was also with Charlotte.
All right, cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean. It's hard to balance both, and then you might not be taken seriously as one if you're the other.
Yeah.
If you're at that superstar level, so
you gotta be a good rapper before you become an amazing athlete. Cause I feel like everybody wants to put a whole storyline just because they hear your lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Listen, is there anything else you wanna get to before we wrap things up?
No, man. Stay tuned. There's a lot of MLS rumors, so hopefully. Nothing concrete yet. LAFC let go of everybody. Galaxy's spitting out like 70 rumors. I gotta see what's wrong with our front offices because one front office likes letting everything go and one doesn't like saying anything.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta be equal when I'm on the news. I both let out, man.
Yeah. You gotta get some a loose-lipped LAFC person.
Yeah, somebody. And I kind of know some of the guys that work in the Galaxy front office. I'm asking, hey, who's the one in the news?
Yeah. I mean, it could be a calculated thing.
Calculated, yeah. No, because there was a Brazilian kid, an under 22 kid signing to the room. I don't know how true this is, but all the Galaxy
Rumor.
Twitters and
Yeah,
like rumor pages like Galaxy signs his under 22 Brazilian kid from I think Sao Paulo, and then they made a whole highlight video of him, and then another outlet was like, these Galaxy fans are hilarious. Whoever reported this news got confused from LA Galaxy to LAFC. He's actually signing to LAFC, and the last step is basically them announcing it. And then the LAFC fans go, well, like, thank you for making that highlight video for us. So,
dude, the whole rumor mill, the rumor cycle
crazy.
It's crazy in the offseason.
It's crazy.
And we have to keep ourselves busy.
Yeah, because like if the rumor of Brandon Vasquez being offered to LAFC for not a DP deal and we didn't get him,
that's
Thornton. But then we have Oliver, but
yeah, Oliver, and then Bobby he's
yeah, so. There's no real spot, but rumors like that, like how these people that just some teams are way more
people love stirring the pot.
Yeah, way more loose lips. Like even with Aaron Long, when Aaron Long first came to LAFC, reports said that he was going to LA Galaxy.
Right.
So that's why sorry, Aaron. That's why I was talking trash about Aaron at first.
Yeah.
Then I realized he's coming to LAFC, so he's one of us. So it's all good.
So hopefully the rumors will start to kind of solidify. The off season's gonna heat up as we get closer to the start of the season. We're almost there. Like February, like it's almost like it's hard to believe that we're almost at the start of the MLS season. Like 7 or 8 weeks.
A good Juan said we should go to that July 5th game, LAFC versus Austin at Austin. I'm like, that's a great idea.
Yeah, shout out to Juan. Juan owes us some tequila shots.
Always. So, hopefully we get to go to the season opener this year. We're gonna take one with Juan.
Yeah.
Ramsey foo.
Yeah. All right, this has been another episode of the Urban Pitch Podcast, The Beautiful Game of Life. Part of the Believe Network. I'm Ramsey Abushala. He's Julio Monterosa.
That is I.
We have a lot more stuff coming 2025. Busy year, jam-packed year, like we said. So keep it tapped in with us. We appreciate you for being here. 200th episode's coming up. Club World Cup's coming up. So
on our 4th year, guys.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Crazy. But thank you for the ride. It's been a long ride. Thank you for everybody who's been watching, man. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah. We'll see you next week. We're out.
Boom.